What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Shiny the Queen, and we are back at it again. Hey. The only thing different is that we are going to be doing a cooking concept for this video today. I wanted to do for my first cooking video is BLOVE'S Seafood Boil. Yes, a lot of people watch her videos. She's champ at making bomb seafood. She deals with all the celebrities and all these great things. I'm not on that level, so I'm just doing a rendition. Hopefully it turns out like hers, but you know, she put it on YouTube and put the ingredients, and who can't follow ingredients? So let's just hope that I got it right and that it comes out really good, because I don't want to jack it up. Cooking with Shawny. Just in case you guys haven't seen her video, I will also attach her link under this so you guys know who to reference to as the original. But it's gonna be real quick because I understand that people these days, their attention spans are just so I know I just gotta run through this. And again, if you guys want to see the real author of this recipe, please go look at BLOVE'S page, because this is where I got it from. Alright, let's get started. So let's begin cooking with Shawny, starting with BLOVE'S Smackalicious Sauce, what she has for her seasonings for that good dipping sauce. What she has is the Old Bay. Of course, why not have Old Bay? Is a seafood bowl. Cayenne pepper, this is what gives it that extra kick. Black pepper, paprika, crushed red peppers, oregano, chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, Cajun seasoning, lemon pepper, accent salt, Worcestershire sauce. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but you guys get it. Minced garlic, and then unsalted, keyword unsalted butter, sticks of butter. She recommends 4 to 6. I'm probably gonna use 4 to 6. There's 4 in one pack. There's 8, but I just put all of it out here just in case I need to add another stick of butter. With the seasoning, you wanna make sure you have your nice little cute glass bowl. And then I have a little small paper plate, so when I'm actually pouring the seasoning into my 1 tablespoon measuring cup, whatever overflows, it will land on here so it doesn't dirty up your counter. And then whatever's left over, I'm just gonna throw it in the pot as additional seasoning. So we're gonna start with our Old Bay. For the first 2, the way that I have them ordered is what I put 2 scoops to 1 scoop. So this Old Bay, I'm using 2 scoops or 2 tablespoons of Old Bay. And be mindful that to shake it up before you pour, because it can get stuck. And then you're doing like a whole pour thingamajiggy just for 2 tablespoons. Next, cayenne pepper. The kick. I'm definitely gonna use 2 scoops of this just to bring some heat to it. You know, she says that you can just do 1 scoop. It's up to you and what you guys want to do, but I prefer, oops, I prefer it hot. I can start closing. Black pepper, 1 tablespoon. This is where I go into the 1 tablespoon. If I can open it, 1 tablespoon. Black pepper. And it's really early, you guys, here. I'm actually making this really early. Paprika, 1 tablespoon. It's like 4:30 a.m. that I'm cooking this. Don't ask me why I woke up craving some seafood bowl, but I have slight issues with sleeping, so I like to maximize my time. And, you know, make some videos. Crushed red peppers, 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of oregano. So on BLOVE'S Smackalicious Sauce, her YouTube, if you look down in the comments, it'd be so funny. People's like,
These are basic seasonings. Like, if you have this in your kitchen, are you even cooking?
And I went through the list and I had like only 5 items out of it. I said, have I been cooking? Because these people, according to these folks, chili powder 1 tablespoon. But according to these folks, I ain't been cooking because I ain't have no chili powder in my cabinet. I ain't had no Cajun seasoning in my cabinet. Accent salt. Shoot, I don't use salt. So I definitely ain't had that in my cabinet. But everything else I did have. Garlic powder, 1 tablespoon. And then like the Worcestershire sauce, never heard of it. It comes in a wrapping, and so I had to literally unwrap it just to make sure it was the right one, because I wanted to be clear that it was the right one. Alrighty, so I already have these pre-opened, so I'm just gonna be closing them as I'm going. Onion powder, 1 tablespoon. I feel like garlic and onion powder is in every single food dish. So now that is if you don't have that in your cabinet,
are you really cooking?
because literally you put garlic and onion powder on everything. And 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. The seasoning I ain't had. And then 1 tablespoon of the lemon pepper. And I'm doing this first because as you guys see, this can be kind of timely. Everything else is like go, 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 but this one could be timely. I love lemon pepper. It smells so good. And last but not least, the accent salt. And what I did forget to add, you guys, that will go into the sauce is Tabasco sauce, hot sauce. 1 tablespoon of that. I don't understand why it's not out here. I really spent great quality time setting this up, but you know, it will be poured in with the liquids once the butter is melted, so you'll see it then. And I actually used the Louisiana hot sauce. I'm trying to keep it real Cajun-like in this kitchen. But yeah, that's the dry seasoning mixture, and so we're going to move on to what's going to go inside the pot. So you want to heat up a pot of boiling water in like a stock pot. What's going to go inside to create the water flavor is going to be lemon, sweet yellow onion, garlic, the crab boil bag, the crab boil concentrated juice, and I did not have the chicken sugar cubes, so I am using the alternative method and using chicken broth. So I don't know how much chicken broth I need to put in there. I guess I'm just gonna use it to taste. Yeah, until it's to my taste. And then the seasoning that overflowed while I was doing the measuring, I'm gonna throw that in there. That's actually extra from what she has in her video. And this is actual extra. She didn't add this into her in her video, but I'm gonna add this into mine. But I'm going to show you guys what's actually gonna be the ingredients I'm going to be cooking. Again, it's not my recipe, it's BLOVE'S recipe, and I am just trying to get out at 4 o'clock in the morning because I'm hungry. So this is the ingredients that I'm going to actually be cooking. I am in no way, shape, or form rich. I am 100% broke. So I got me the bootleg version. I don't have the big dollar bills to be ordering seafood in. So this is the bootleg version. And hopefully I am not disgracing seafood bowl people right now with my ingredients that I have here, but I sure did go to Walmart and got me some good old snow crabs. 1 pound. It came in this cute little box, so I got 2 of them to do 2 pounds of snow crabs. I got me super colossal shrimp. I got me some jumbo scallops. I got me some red potatoes. They did not have the big red potatoes that you normally would find in the seafood bowl, but I made it do what it do. I got me some corn, and then I got me the Tursky Palasko kielbasa. my smoked sausage. So yeah, this is the items I'm gonna be using. This is the items that I normally order while I'm in a seafood bowl. And now I see why a seafood bowl costs so much. If you always thinking like, I'm not going to the seafood bowl place because it costs so much. Well, you try to buy the ingredients on your own because this was out of the budget, but I've been craving it. And then I'm like, man, it'd probably be cheaper than going to the place and ordering on our own and sitting and waiting forever. And that's absolutely negative. I will continue to go to seafood bowls from here on out. Unless I just not feeling going out in the city and seeing people's faces. No, I will be at those seafood bowls because this little batch right here was a lot. But I'm trying it, and that's why I'm just praying, you guys, that it tastes good because this costs too much. This is not something that you can mess up, you know, overcook and be real rubbery. Like, I cannot afford rubbery.
How is everything?
Rubbery. The scallops are firm, the prawns are way overcooked, and the crab meat, it's plastic seafood crepe. Yeah, that's seafood crap.
This is the worst of it, I'm sure.
Because I still will eat it.
Tastes great to me.
First things first, I like to have gloves and just like a quick throwaway bag so I can bag it up, throw in the trash can instead of filling up my trash can. Lemons, always clean your fruits, y'all. Your fruits, your food, anything that needs to be clean, clean it. I'm gonna use 2 lemons. And then I like to also have a drying rack because I do a lot of washing of the hands and that's gonna be needing me to dry. Throw my gloves on because I don't like to touch food really. So for this, you don't need big pieces. So I'm cutting off the ends of it, and then I'm gonna cut it into 8s. 9 to 4 into 8s. If you can see the seeds, get the seeds out. Onion, I just cut it in half. And then I just take the outer shell out. Well, cut these little butts. And I'm gonna use this end. And these don't have to be pretty. Just cut them up. And I think I'm only gonna use about 1 or 2 of these. Well, if you haven't done so by now, please subscribe. Like, comment, share. And I start showing you guys my creations. It's gonna be dope. Got a lot of creations that I just make. All that goodness. Stuff it right on in there. And let that come to a boil. And then the thing is, if it needs more water, I'll get more water and then just pour it in using my little side piece pot. I don't want to put too much water in it. You don't want too much water because when you put the actual ingredients in, like the potatoes and the corn and stuff like that, it's going to rise it up. So, what we're also going to put in is this crawfish, shrimp, crab boil in the bag. Dropping it in. Chicken broth. Pour some of that in. And then my concentrate. Just 1 cupful. And then the little Start that all over. And now I'm gonna let this come back to a boil since I had to add water to it. So I'm not gonna add anything else to it until that comes back to a full-blown boil. So I didn't let you guys sit through the whole rendition of me cutting up and peeling the cloves, the garlic cloves. This is actually gonna be part of the cooking of the shrimp. I just came to a conclusion that I don't even like garlic. So I don't like garlic no more. I'll just say the rest. This is definitely a task that you gotta do when you just bored. Like, I advise, if you guys gonna be peeling up some garlic and doing the seafood boil, this version, cut and peel up these clovers well in advance, because it's taking so much time now. So I got 2 cloves of garlic and then a small piece of onion that I'm going to chop up and mince. Just gonna put that in there, separate that. And I'm just gonna pulse until they're real fine. And this is perfect. And then I'm just gonna put on this plate and save until I'm ready to cook my shrimp. This is the prepping phase, y'all. This prepping phase is a long time. We're actually gonna be able to drop the potatoes and the corn right now. I'm going to start cleaning off my potatoes, and I'm gonna do 6 small red potatoes and then 6 corn I'm gonna clean off. And I just have my little draining pan. And I'm really resourceful. So you know the plastic lids that go on top of the aluminum pans, whatever? I use that. And this is what I'm going to use to place my clean potatoes and corn and put it into the boiling water that I have going right now. So that's what I'm going to do. 6, 3, and 3. And then when these are done, I'm going to use a toothpick to put it through the potato. And depending on consistency and softness is when you can tell when it's done. If you like it hard, then you could do it hard. If you like it really soft, you could do it soft. But just don't overcook it where it becomes a whole mashed potato. Now you guys see, it's at a boil. I have it on high. And it's at a nice consistent boil right now. And I'm going to drop the potatoes. So I've already begun cleaning the food. I already got the corn done. I like to clean the sausage. I really love these sausages. Now that my sauce is clean, I'm just going to go in and just cut it. However big, however small. And then I just like to do little lines in them. Because I'm actually going to put mine on the pan and cook them that way. Just so it could have like a little char to it. I like the little char taste. And now I have my corn and my sausage. I am ready to drop my corn now. Because it's not going to take as long to cook my corn. Now I'm going to clean the rest of the food. I'm going to start with the scallops because those are the easiest. I just don't like that fishy smell. And I love me some shrimp, so I got 2 bags of tilapia shrimp. What I like to do is check to see if there's any poop left in them. And these actually look pretty clean. These bags that I got, they already ran through and collected all the poop off the shrimp. See how clean that is? I like this brand. Now, the snow crab. Yeah, I ain't got no colossals or anything. I just got some regular Chinese buffet looking like crab legs. So hopefully there's a lot of meat in them, but we'll see. You never know. So now I'm gonna start cooking my sausage. I just put down some butter, the unsalted butter, and it's at a low temperature. So now I'm about to pick up my potatoes and see if it has the nice consistency that I'm looking for. I know the corn isn't done, but I know the potatoes should be done. So I need to find me one. Oh, there goes one. So you see, like, I'm like struggling to put it in. Yeah. It needs about 3 more minutes and it'll be done.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Going to check the potatoes again and see if those could get moved. Just gotta find one, which shouldn't be hard. Still hard. Like 1 more minute. 1 more minute.
20 minutes later.
Now I think my potatoes are done. We got it coming to a sizzle. You see that little char, the little dark spots on it. That's what I like to see. Now, gonna check down for the char. But I like to just make sure I'm getting a nice brown coat on my sausage. All right, so now I'm gonna put a stick of butter, let that melt, come to a sizzle, and then I'm going to pour in my minced garlic and onion. And at this point, I'm not gonna add any more seasonings to it because I have a lot of flavors coming from different parts of my seafood bowl. And I'm gonna use my stirring spoon and let that go in. So while I'm letting that all combine together, I'm going to begin to remove my corn so I can drop my lobster. I have 6 corn. I already have my other food that is over here. Ready to go. And now for the lobster. The lobster is literally going to take 4 minutes. So I need to have a timer because if I overcook it, I blew it.
You blew it! You had it all and you blew it!
And I do not want to blow it. So I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it, y'all. 4 minutes. So I'm going to drop my shrimp and scallops first. And again, you got to keep your eyes peeled when it comes to this because this will cook quickly and you do not want it to be overly done. And so it's just like, even though these are raw, they will cook just as if it were already the pre-cooked shrimp. And if you can't tell, I've used a little bit too hot of water because they're already starting to turn pink. So I just flipped the shrimp over, and as you can see, it's starting to turn that light color pink. When you start, and it starts to shrink just a little bit. I like these ones because they're actually not shrinking a lot like the other ones do. I guess that's why they're called the colossals. But So now when my shrimp is cooking, I'm going to dunk my lobster legs. 4 minutes, okay? Now it's time to drop the scallops. These do not take long to cook. I really love them. And I don't ever order these in a seafood bowl because they don't ever have it. Or it costs too daggone much to be added on. So why not take the opportunity to do it at home? Okay, now I'm about to flip the scallops. By the time the scallops are flipped over, I'll be able to take out the lobster legs, the crab legs, which is smelling so good. Everything is just smelling so daggone good. Now we're gonna come over here, and this is where we're gonna use our big tongs. You guys are probably like,
why the heck haven't she used them yet?
there wasn't no purpose. And I'm gonna sit them into the actual plastic pan that it was in before, because the lobsters, they cook very easy, so I want to cool them off just a little bit. Not like you would with a lobster tail, but you want to kind of stop their cooking process so it doesn't get too rubbery or too much. So for the sauce, I already have the 6 butter sticks in there. I'm going to turn it on to like a medium high. Let's not forget the seasoning that we combined earlier in the video. I have stirred it up, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to pour a little in at a time because pouring all this in, it may be too spicy. So now the butter is brought to a nice little boil. We're just going to stir and let the rest of it continue to melt. And this is when we're going to add our minced garlic. 1 teaspoon. Woo! That thing poke. Just 1. I'm trying to make sure it's exactly the right amount because this thing is strong. Spin it around, get that rest of the residue off of it. So another thing that I totally forgot about, totally. We're going to use brown sugar. So brown sugar, 1 tablespoon. I don't know what I was thinking, man. I just knew I had everything out. But yes, 1 tablespoon brown sugar. Drop that in. 1 tablespoon Louisiana hot sauce. Drop that in. 1 tablespoon of the Worcestershire sauce. Ooh. Got a little shaky there. And then we're going to slowly start combining in our seasoning. So how I'm going to do this is I'm just going to stir, and then I'm going to sprinkle. And stir, and then do a taste test. Let that come to its boil before I give it a taste test. All right, I'm going to do a little taste test. All right, now I'm going to put the rest of it in. I just wanted to have this. I'm going to put some of the sauce over the seafood boil bowl that I have created, just so it can give it that appealing look. That's why I made a lot. And then there'll still be some at the bottom of the boil, so I could just scoop up. And I'm just going to take this, and I'm just going to saturate everything inside this sauce.
excited.